And hello again, everybody. Welcome on back to another episode of Shapes.io. As always, I am your pop punk bud, also known as Tyler. And today I'm going to be playing some more shapes. I think this episode I want to try and get us a little bit more of our alternate goals going forward. I did keep this running just for maybe like 10 minutes or so while I was doing stuff, just so that way we can kind of jump in, but I've not touched anything. I just have moved around and I just letting this fill up so that way we're not sitting here for too long, not getting any progress made, because honestly I could probably sit here and just talk the entire time. And if you like listening to me talk, good for you that I make this kind of content. Like I've said plenty of times before, my favorite type of content is the type that you can just kind of have as background noise and listen to just someone speak. So it's like, I don't know how great my voice is at any given point, but if you enjoy it, make sure to subscribe and watch my content as it comes out. It helps me a lot as a creator, especially since I'm just starting off. It was like I want to be able to have that engagement, know that I'm doing stuff to make people happy and make content that people enjoy. So that will always be appreciated. And we can actually, let's do that. Bring you up like that. And we should hopefully be able to deliver the rest to the main base and get ourselves to ×6, and then hopefully be able to get rid of all of these requirements. And we'll get some new shapes to work with. But yes, like I said, if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. It's free to do. If you enjoy my content, then go ahead. And if you ever stop enjoying it, I mean, you always can unsubscribe later. But yeah, I appreciate the support. I was like, I've been slowly but surely kind of getting more people in, getting some more views, and it's nice. I was like, not 100% where I want to be at, but I'm making progress, and that's the kind of important part to me. The goal is to get somewhere and be happy on that end. So I will always appreciate anybody giving me the support that they give me, and trying to do with that what I do with that what I can. Do what I can with that. There we go. Sorry, someone who speaks English all the time, I don't know it very well, it feels. Especially when that's like a simple sentence of like, I just couldn't think about how to formulate it, but another fun advantage of recording later on in the day. But it is a-okay because we're here making some quality stuff, and hopefully things are gonna be enjoyed. I'm gonna go ahead and increase that just a little bit, and so I think our next best bet on shapes, because here's the thing. Obviously, I am making that shape with this section right here right now. So I think what I'll do is I'll probably wait for this to get to... I think I'll probably wait for this shape to fill up. And then I think I might just deliver... Yeah, so here's the current plan. We're gonna go ahead, soon we'll be getting this done, and we can get rid of all the stuff that's making that, because I can always repurpose that repurpose these factories for other things. We're not gonna worry about our extractors yet, because we don't really need them all that much to be upgraded, because we do have the chain reactors. So I think our next bet is going to be either creating this shape right here or creating this one. And I think our cutting, stacking, and rotating is going to be much easier to make, just because this we're going to need to do yet another setup of the pinwheels, and we need to actually have 2 times the amount of setup for the pinwheels so we can actually do everything. So if we focus on this other stuff first, we might be able to build up enough of our red pinwheels. We can repurpose that to be dyed purple, and then we'll change it up from there. So let's go ahead and pin that shape. And I say we go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and just paste that there. Actually create a marker as opposed to just not knowing what's going on at any given point. And actually, I'm curious. Do we still have the export option? Because I want to say that there's a way to export your whole factory setup, like I think zoomed out like this. But it's crazy because this game really has come a long way from when I remember originally playing it. And it's nice to see. I'm very happy that, you know, they've made progression and kind of gone forward. Because... yeah, I remember, I think I probably would have already capped out on what I could do with like belts and stuff like that at this point in my original playthrough. Because I don't feel like it took too long to hit the cap out point with like belts and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm very happy that that's changed. Also, actually, so our next goal is the double painter. And I'm curious if the double painter... I forget how that one works. Oh, we can... I think that's the one where we can paint 2 shapes for the price of 1 die. So that's not actually going to help us with creating this next bit. So I can disregard that, and... let's go ahead and let's see here. What's this being used for? So that's being used for white ones. It then comes all the way over here, and we don't actually need that anymore. So we'll cut that off, and we can go ahead and finally upgrade those. Ooh, that's a new shape. I bet, yeah, so oh yeah, that's right, because last time what would happen is when you hit this, you actually got all of them to be the same, like, tier 6 shape. So I wonder if they're now randomly generated past, like, the first set. Like, because I'm pretty sure this whole first set is all curated, and then, because I think they're like, hey, you need to have this progression in order to actually do it. So we're going to push you to make these things. But yeah, no, in the last one it was a completely different shape, and it was the same shape as the final tier before, I think, your free play mode. But I'm assuming that this might actually be randomly generated. And that's actually very exciting. And you know, we can actually repurpose this die for circles. So let's cut you off there. We're gonna start cutting that out. We want all of that gone. We're gonna reconnect that. And here's the fun part of being able to repurpose facilities, because boom, instead of that being white those, it's now white circles, and that's going to be part of our next shape going forward. So we've got you already started there. Let's go ahead and copy this right on quick. So we'll do that. Come over here. That's going to be the new shape. And we'll just bring the green dye right on down. And boom. So we've already got 2 parts of our shape. And let's actually copy this one more time. And we'll go ahead. Yeah, I feel like this will probably be easy to get to. And I still don't really feel like we need these, so let's go ahead and just do away with that. There we go. And I'll go ahead and leave that for right now because we might end up wanting to deliver something there, like through that route with that slot. So we'll go ahead and do that for you. And come on over here. And so that's going to be our circles, which goes in there. And we'll just do that for right now. And there we go. Cool. So just like that, we already have red circles, neon, or red circles, green stars, and white circles. Now, the best way to actually set things up is gonna be a whole nother story, but we've got at least our basic shapes to work with. Because we'll need to cut them into corners, and we'll want to rotate half, you know, to be top left and the other half to be bottom right. There we go. And oh well, that's fine because we're not using that right now. Actually, you know, I could repurpose the red circles from there if I wanted to be extra smart about it, but who needs that when you could just wing it and do it like this instead? So let's see here. So we've got this going on right now. So we've already got our white dye set up. That's going to be fine. I still love that this looks like a jet. That's my favorite. Because I know obviously it's not purposely one, but it's like, you know, you got the front and you got the 2 wings, and then that's the end. So because I think we're going to do, yeah, so we're gonna need another setup kind of like this. I think I can actually get rid of, oh wait, never mind. Alright, so let's actually bring all our shapes down so that way we can just have like a nice space to work with. Bring this on over this way. And go ahead and connect that up before I forget. Connect you up. And now we're going to want to bring, yeah, that'll be fine. Bring you down. Alright, so at least now everything is together. And so let's see here. So I'm trying to think about what the best way to do this is, because we're going to need to... Yeah, we can go off to the right, so that way we don't have to worry about running into anything. Alright, so... this will run into here. This is going to cut. So we're going to need to rotate both of these. And I figure probably like something like that. And then we want to maybe that. Because we want top left and bottom right, and then each one, I think we can just go ahead and stack like that. Combine over here. And there we go. So that's one thing. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad setup, at least. I don't know, I literally just came up with it off the top of my head, so... can't be too great, but I think better than what I was expecting. And then all we gotta do, because... Oops. There we go. There we go. There we go, yeah. 1, 2... And I say we create like 3 of those. And now we create the same setup, but we move it down a little bit and we just replace all of these, I think, with the other direction. And hopefully, and I say hopefully because, you know, I'm not really thinking about it, I just am hoping, legitimately hoping. This should do the other side, yeah, cool. So now we've got those set up. And that was much easier than I thought it was going to be. So now all we do, actually we'll change it with these ones, so that way we can push them all back to the left. And once we do that, we can go down and around. There we go. And then that's where we combine. We can build it right quick. That's where we combine it with this good old setup, where you go like that, and you stack them on top of each other. This goes like that. This comes out over here. And then we do it all over again. Actually, let's go ahead. Boom, boom. Get you out. And... oh, I actually want to make sure this is added in. This connects up. And there we go. There we go. Just like that. Easy. Easy money. And since we're super smart, all we gotta do now is copy you. And I need left to go on top, so you go like that. and you go like that. And there we go, just like that. Got the shape created. And we can go ahead and deliver it right onto our base. Yeah, actually, no, let's change it to be this way. Just that way, in interest of keeping it going in a straight line. You do that, and there we go. And that should go in just nice. Cool. And in the time that it took me to do that, we are closing in on this one. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. And we're doing 12 a second, which is pretty nice. That's going to be looking good for us on that end. So we will be at 25,000 before you know it. Let's actually take a look back on over here and see why this is moving so slow. Okay, yeah, that would be why we need to be honest, we probably should rotate this before we dye it. Oh no. We should rotate this before we dye it, and then I also just completely forget. There you go. So we can bleed the system right quick. Because our issue that we're running into right now is that it's turning each and every single, or it's turning this afterwards. Oh, and I don't actually have this one set the right way. We need to, oops, there you go. But so what the issue is that it takes time for it to actually rotate. And so when it comes in, I was like, it slows it down quite a bit because our rotators only do 6 items a second, while our conveyor belts do double that speed. So what would happen if we actually did that? And we could do boom. Feel like that might at least help us out a little bit speed-wise. Which, it seems like it is. Let's try and let it at least catch up. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, because it's very definitely keeping up. And that should mean we should start seeing the rest of this catch up a little bit. Slowly but surely. But yeah, so it's like, since these run at half speed, if you split it up, if you use the splitter and then have them both rotating, it'll kind of keep up the demand of keeping the belt saturated, which, you know, never really thought about, but it's nice that it worked out that easily. It was just an easy fix, and we're already looking at more, I believe. I was like, for granted, we've only gone up to 7 as opposed to 6. So I think we probably want to build some more of you, I would assume. And there we go. So we'll add on at least a couple more. Hopefully see that number start going up, even though we're actually already almost at the 20,000. I'm assuming we'll probably need more for the shape that follows this, but you know, it's just slight changes, figuring out where we need to go to progress and going from there. That's what a lot of the fun of this game comes from, is the challenge of constantly changing stuff up and trying to figure out what it is that makes that difference for us. Oh, yep, so we're already slightly climbing because we've now gone up to 8. Oh, and we're breaking 8. Yes, I mean, even if it's not a huge change, like, it's still something. And we're actually very... Uh-oh. Why is this not keeping up? Oh, we're just not cutting enough. So what happens if we... Oh, what happens if we double it? Welcome back to Trial and Error, the game with Pop Punk Bud. There we go. Yeah, so it's like it takes in 1 and then paints 2 shapes at once. I like that this one's like a little like, it's got like the devil horns. That's very good. Then we'll copy you. Oh, no. Oops. I always hate when I do that. I just shifted it up like just slightly. Okay, that looks to have solved the problem. I just double it and we should be making an excess now. Have to wait and see for everything to catch up. But let's take a look at this one. Oh, interesting, I think. So luckily we're already actually making green star boys over here. But it's going to take a little bit of work to get this next shape going, but this should be something new. Ooh, 180 degree rotator. I like that. I definitely think that is new. Yeah, that is a new addition, which I am always happy to see. Let's go ahead and upgrade you right quick, add just a couple more on there. And the nice part is because I set up this blueprint shape production, we've got a lot going for us on that end. So it's nice because once you actually set up a factory to make it, you don't really have to worry too much about running out of blueprint shapes, at least with how slow I move while I'm playing this. So, but I like this a lot. Now the real question is if I'm ever going to get back into doing the math side of things, where I'm like, you know, how many are we going to need to fully support? But I feel like when you constantly are changing it up by upgrading things and stuff like that, you know, just I feel like I should relax on that end. Just have fun with this. But yeah, so you know, this got up to 9. Not forgetting, like I said, we reached the objective. So what I'll actually do before I end the episode. So this comes over like that. So what we're gonna do instead is cancel that there. This is, yeah, we're gonna take that and so let's take you, we're gonna move you over like this, and so we want the stars to go on top of that, I believe. So we can actually replace you like that. So the white circles will start coming on in. And there we go. So we'll go ahead and start having this shape delivered, hopefully. Yep. So that's right. And let's actually double check to see if we can make this any better. So that's running slow. Yeah, so we can, I was like, we just need to, oh, we actually just need to extend this. And I guess just see if that's way too many, if that's overkill or not. Probably is, but can't complain too much about having some extra. And you know, we could do something like yeah, something like that, where we then just make sure we do that again, and we connect you all up, and we at least have enough to just kind of double up on that and go from there. And like I said, I definitely think that this is kind of overkill for how much we can really produce, but I think that's okay. And I think we actually want to... Now my issue is that of course we don't have enough space to do this right, so we're going to cut out that section. And we're going to shift this over. This goes like that. That can come in here. And we can make the speed a little bit better by doing that. And now we've got a lot more going through. See, that's the fun part, because, you know, you take something I learned and I was like, oh, cool, I can adjust it this way. And now, you know, I applied the same exact concept here. And it's doing us good already. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and call the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe. Know when I release content in the future. Leave any comments, suggestions, anything like that down below. And like I said, thank you very much for being here. Enjoy the rest of whatever time of day it is for you, and I will see you next time.